Hello, I'm back again, and we're on page 2. We're trying to gather our graphic organizer for our evidence. Remember, this takes a long time, but once you have your evidence chart, it's going to look like this, okay? Once you have that, you don't have to dig through the articles, okay? You're just going to reference your chart to write your essay, and I'll show you how to do that once we're finished, okay? So let's go ahead and keep going. All right, so we're looking for things that make it difficult to prove that something is old, okay? So Clifford won't say exactly where the ship is located. Okay, so now he's not telling us where the ship is located. Is that going to be a problem? Think about that. You're trying to get some evidence to go prove if it's old or not. You need to get it in the lab, you need to test it, or get your experts to look at it. But this guy won't even tell you where it is. Is that going to make it hard? Oh yeah, because you don't even have the stuff to test it because he won't tell you where it is. Okay, so where's that going to go? Does that go with stuff disappearing, or does it have to do with? This has to kind of do with where something is. Okay, kind of like where it's located. Okay, does this have something to do with location? Kinda, yeah, because it's not telling you where he's located. So remember, that's going to go with this guy because it's related to it. Okay, it's related to location. So we're going to put that one there. Okay, remember to put your source. All right, let's keep going. But he did say it's on a reef in less than 20 feet of water. Okay, that doesn't help us. There's 20 feet of water everywhere. That could be anywhere in the world. His concern is that what's left will be looted. Okay, we can't really use this because he's concerned that it will be looted. Okay, we want to know if it's looted or not. I can't talk about stuff that might happen. I want definitive stuff, so it's either looted or not. So I'm going to keep going. It's not very strong evidence. Okay, yes, the Haitian president to help preserve it. Again, preserving it's not going to make it harder to prove that it's old, so I can't use that. Okay, I examine it. That'll help determine if the materials could have come. Okay, again, that's just telling me the process that they're going to go through. That doesn't help me to prove why it's hard to prove if something's old. If the shipwreck is that old, marine archaeologists from Indiana will investigate to determine whether the ship is the Santa Maria. Okay, I know that. Their work may begin as early as the summer. I don't care when it's going to start. Is it going to be hard or not? Is it going to be hard to test this stuff or not? It hasn't told me. It looks very compelling. Okay, that doesn't help me. He's a leading marine archaeologist, University of Underwater Science. Okay, he's some kind of expert, but he's not telling me if there's something wrong with the evidence or it's going to be easy or difficult. I'm going to keep going. Clifford said that he discovered that the cannons on the shipwreck had been stolen. Oh, the cannons on the shipwreck had been stolen. Is that a problem if something that was there is gone now? Yeah, people stealing evidence is a big problem. Okay, I'm going to take that. Okay, where is it going to go? It's going to go under vanishing evidence or location. If something is taken, it's no longer there, right? So it needs to go with cannons on the shipwreck have been stolen. Okay, that's in source 1 still. All right, let's keep going. Okay, he believes they were sold to treasure hunters. I don't care where they were sold to. Doesn't have anything to do with whether it's hard to prove or not. I got that from here. Okay, it doesn't matter if they're sold to treasure hunters or eBay. It does nothing to do with whether it's going to be difficult to prove that it's old. They were photographed in 2003 during an expedition. Okay, again, if you have a photograph, it'll make it easier to prove. But they were misidentified by the team. They were misidentified. So they thought they saw it. They thought it was some like sea junk. They didn't realize it was important, so they left. And then when they came back, it was gone. Had they known it was so important, they could have just taken it to the lab to go test it. So this is going to make it difficult to prove because they made an error by not knowing what they had when they had it. Okay? Does that fit in vanishing evidence? Well, it didn't really vanish. They made a mistake by not knowing how important it is what they had. Does it go with these guys? This has to kind of do with like where something is located, and that other thing has to do with like a mistake. So it doesn't match here either. So what am I going to do with that quote? You're right, I have to put it somewhere down here. It has to go by itself. It has to be alone. Okay? So before I do that, I got to put something here to link these two existing quotes together. Just like how these guys had a main idea, this guy needs a main idea. Okay? So theirs has to do with where that is located. So I'm going to put location as the main idea. Okay? Because that's a nice way of linking those. Now I'm going to skip some lines because I don't know how many quotes I'm going to have about location. I'm going to put that quote about the misidentified by the team. Okay, that's source 1. All right, I'm going to put a little bit more space in between here because remember, I don't know how many quotes I'm going to have for these guys. Okay. All right. So again, here I'm going to have a main idea, but I haven't thought of it yet. Not sure. I have to wait till I get a couple more quotes, or until I come across a quote that doesn't fit with him. Okay. It was only after the magazine that he realized the cannons could have been on the Columbus era ship. Okay, we already talked about the mistake. That same year, Columbus and Navidad Fort was discovered nearly 5 miles from the ship's wreckage. Okay, again, that's got nothing to do with proving if something is old or not. Okay, Columbus wrote about the ship in his journal. It's been used as a treasure map. Okay, having a map to evidence is not going to make it hard to prove. That's going to help you find it quickly and easily and take it over to the lab to get tested. So I can't use that. In it, Columbus told how his crew, with the help from the native Indian population, helped save much of the ship. Well, if they save the ship, then hey, where is it? I can go test it. So saving the ship does not make it hard to prove. Saving the ship is good because it's going to keep that evidence for you. But I'm looking for bad stuff. I'm looking for stuff that makes it hard to prove. So I can't use that. They used the materials to build a fort, La Navidad. They used the materials to build a fort. Okay, should I use that? That's source one. Let's see. They used the materials to build a fort. Okay. All right, now I already have a quote from source one about building a fort. Okay, remember each body paragraph needs two pieces of evidence, but it has to be from two different sources. So even if I had two quotes from the same source, I can only use one really because it's one per source, right? So I don't need two quotes about the exact same thing. Okay. Now this one's about the cannons, and this was about the cannons too. But this one I liked it because it had a lot more information than that first quote. So if you take a second quote about the exact same thing from the exact same source, it better be like because it's way better than the existing one. If not, leave it. You're not adding anything. So to build a fort is really similar to use the materials to build a fort. That's almost exactly like the one I already have, and they're both from source one, so I'm not going to use it. I'm going to keep going. Okay, it's precisely these details that Carol says it's makes it unbelievable. Okay, can't use that. Why would he leave cannons on the Santa Maria? There's a saying, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. He also questioned how Clifford could misidentify cannon of that period. We already have a quote about the misidentification, so I'm going to keep going. Okay, to my knowledge, there has never been any definite proof of Fort Navidad that has been found. Okay, again, that doesn't tell me if it's going to be hard to prove or not. Just saying that he doesn't think they found it. He's an expert on archaeology of northern Haiti. He conducted excavations with teams at the University of Florida. Who cares? Nothing about it being hard to prove. It could possibly change my mind if I were allowed to review the evidence of it. Okay. Again, we already know that he can't view it because the guy won't let him see it. So our existing quotes are good enough. Clifford said more could be revealed if you revisit the site in June. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop here. We're done with source one. Look how much we have so far. Okay, I still need to go to source two and see what they have in there for this. And if I had a source three, I would also add that to this. Okay, so now that I've stopped, I'm going to leave this open here because I might find some more quotes. I haven't come across anything yet. This is the last quote I found that I could use. So I'm going to keep going till I come across something else. So just make sure that you know which source you are so you don't get confused. And also, I'm going to go ahead and stop here so we can go ahead and start a fresh tutorial on the second source.